He's not talking to me. But basically, they done found Donald Trump guilty. So what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean he going to jail? Do y'all think he going to jail? Hmm, that's a good question. I don't think he going to jail. I find it amazing that they even convicted him and found him guilty of any goddamn thing because we talking about the rich and the famous. We talking about rich and famous people that never pay for shit. They get out of everything. They always look like they getting blessed with some shit that they don't fucking deserve. I'm about to go outside. It's a beautiful day and I'm about to go out in it. They always getting convicted, always getting it look like just when it look like something about to happen. Does that mean he doesn't get to run? Does that mean that he's not going to be the next president of the United States? What does that mean, actually? So I'm working on something real quick, and I'm probably going to be successful in it, like everything else that I put my mind to, because that's just how my mind works. And I'm going to ask those questions because this is a group of politicians, and I'm going to ask those questions because I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. You put yourself in a room with people where you want to know things if you don't know. Okay? I am adamant about that. I am adamant about that. If you don't know something, put yourself in a room of people that do, and you will start to know the things that they know. And that's where I'm at in my life. So, Donald Trump. I really was thinking he was going to run and win. I listen. I'm a realist. I'm a realist, and I really was in the mind state that Donald Trump was going to run and win this election because if it comes down to Donald Trump and Joe Biden, we know who's gonna win that. Let's be clear. Even the people that voted for Joe Biden are sick of Joe Biden. Joe Biden is MIA. Joe Biden has done nothing for this country as far as we go. And I don't what the fuck has he done for anything and anybody else go, except for send money overseas to people who, you know, are going through. I get it, they're going through shit, but we're going through shit here. We're going through stuff here, right now, as we speak. We're going through our own struggles in the United States. So how is it possible that you could constantly send billions of dollars somewhere else when we're going through our own struggles right here at home? That's the question that people always ask. But let's be clear. Nobody ever really saw a shift in power as far as black people go. It's to when Donald Trump got in office. Now, listen, a lot of the shit, just like Charleston White, a lot of the shit that Donald Trump says is not 100% factual, and his delivery is always definitely, most definitely off. But it's his actions, though. His actions, though. And then we teach people in America that doing shit the right way will get you nowhere because when you're nice, it gets you nowhere. You have to be a bitch in order to be successful. I mean, the undertone is niceness, but at the end of the day, nice guys finish fucking last. This country teaches us that. This country teaches us that when you do things 100% by the book, all it's doing is teaching you control. Nothing ever really gets done if you don't push forward and do the things that you have to do. Like how people use other people to get what they need and then they no longer need them no more. That's a fucked up fact of business, but it happens, does it not? Does it not happen though? So in a country, in a community, even in our community, when the person that go to work every day never gets ahead, never gets ahead, that person continues to struggle and work 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 and work, and they get the bare minimum of the things that they deserve, but they making an honest living. I mean, they teach us that making an honest living and doing everything the right way is the right way to do things, but we never succeed that way. So when you see shit like this, when you see Donald Trump getting this fucking breaking news that he has gotten um found guilty for these 34 counts of doing all this bullshit, falsifying paperwork and all this shit, Like, do we really give a fuck? Do we care? Because when we do shit the right way, nice guys always finish last. I'm just being clear. They do. They do. They do. In the hood, who excels? The drug dealer. Who do we see with all the money? The drug dealer. Do we see the guy that go to work every day with all this money? No, we see this motherfucker tired, broke down, raggedy, stressed the fuck out. But he's doing it the way that we're told we're supposed to do it, right? He's making a quote unquote honest living. Politicians, they tell us, the police tell us to do shit a certain way. Follow the rules and you won't get in trouble. Follow this, you won't get in trouble. But them motherfuckers don't follow no rules. They be ducked off fucking, they be over here doing shit. They always in some shit. They always breaking the fucking rules. But you tell us to follow the rules because that is a form of control. Nothing ever gets done if you follow the rules. I mean, nothing is done. If the slaves follow the rules, will we still not be in slavery? I'm just saying. No, they kept running. They kept fucking running. They had to come back, get punished, they'll run again. Come back, get punished, they'll run again. Because nothing will ever change if rules are not broken. And that's just the sad, simple fact of living in this fucking country that we call America. Everywhere, though. Everywhere. So do we really give a fuck that Trump just got convicted of 34 fucking felonies? Will that keep him from running for president? Because let's be clear, if he run against Joe Biden, he's going to win. Fuck Joe Biden. What is he doing? What has he done? They call that nigga Sleepy Joe before he even got in office. And he been asleep the whole fucking time he been in office. Let's be clear. Do we care? I don't think we care because good guys finish last. I'm learning this in business right now. I'm coming off, I'm bippy boppy, I'm happy, I'm trying to be nice to people. I ain't getting no motherfucking word, but fuck around. I'm about to turn into a bitch, like most women in business do. They get the label bitch because they no longer feel like getting fucked around. They no longer feel like getting literally and physically and figuratively fucked, period, to get that point across. You know what I'm saying? So you have to set boundaries. No, 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 this not gonna be done to me. No, I'm not gonna take your shit. No, no. And then you become a bitch. But you set boundaries and breaking rules and breaking laws and doing things your way to get your things done and accomplished in business or whatever. No, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it, but it's done every day. Is it not? So, do we really care? They're like, oh my God, breaking news. Donald Trump just got convicted of 34 felonies. Okay, did anybody think that he didn't do this? I want to say, like, who the fuck thought that this man didn't do this? It's called business. Business is cutthroat, scandalous. You got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to be focused, and you got to know where, because you will get chewed the fuck up and spit out around here. And on his level, come on now. So I'm saying all this to say this. I don't really give a shit. I don't really give a shit that Donald Trump got convicted of 34 felonies. And I'm not saying I'm for or against. All I'm saying is everybody in this world that's trying to accomplish anything in life is going to absolutely do some unethical shit. Now, when I say unethical, I don't mean like fucking over little kids or no, some things that would be considered morally unethical. Like you might do something without being considerate of another person or their feelings or something. That's unethical because we're taught to always be mindful of people's feelings and treat people how you want to be treated, right? You might, if this paper over here needs it, that's why you have to keep good people around you that keep you ethically bound, ethically sound, and mentally, because we will want the bag, and the goal is right there. Like something you're trying to obtain is right there, and you need to do one motherfucking thing that might not be considered as ethical to obtain it. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna do it. Case in point, Diddy, the diddler. He has learned how to manipulate and maneuver situations to his benefit. That's why I don't know why everybody is so surprised. I mean, if you know a person's weakness, like me, I could say I just got played. A motherfucker know my weakness. My weakness is maybe at that point might have been companionship. So okay, you know what a motherfucker want, and now you sitting here and you playing that because you get to give me that and you get to get whatever it is you're trying to get. I don't know, but all I know is that when you are in business and you let a person know your weakness or you have a weakness or something like that, people play on it. And did he just master playing on people's weaknesses? When you powerful, you can do that, and people do it every day. They do it every day. It could be a guy you talking to, and he knows your weakness, and he plays on that. He give you a little bit of it, a little bit of, and then he take it away because at the end of the day, he's trying to gain something as well. Business, friendship, workship, you go to work every day. They know your goal is to buy a house or whatever you want to do with your money. So they talk crazy to you because they know by you coming to work, by you showing up, and especially if you work hard, you can be dog tired and you're there. They start to say shit like, well, guess what? I'm not gonna put you on the schedule if you don't do this. Are you gonna call me and need you something? And I'm gonna say no because you need to come to work. Or do this favor for me and I put you on the schedule. Like it's just the way the game goes. It's the game. And everybody's playing it, whether you know it or not. Every fucking body that you come in contact with is playing this game. And you just have to be in tune with your star player, which is you. So what I'm saying to you is, I don't think nobody really gives a fuck. I think if he's legally able to run for president, he still will win because he is the top runner opposing. He's the top runner alongside of Joe Biden. So if he's able to run, he's still gonna fucking win. Now, will the state regulate because this is a federal case because he is the president, and mind you, this is the first time a president has ever been convicted federally of anything. This motherfucker is something special. I ain't lying. Donald Trump. I don't know. I guess when I was a part of the horde of zombies that listen to everything everybody else say, because it's hordes walking around this motherfucker all the time. They brain dead, don't have a mind of their own. They just go with the status quo and they think like everybody else think. And I was at one point a part of the horde of zombies, but I am no longer a part of. I think on my own. I move on my own, and I have my own way of thinking about stuff. I actually read and I actually like analyze shit. So when I was a part of the horde, I guess I did hate Donald Trump like everybody else did. But when I stepped away from all that noise, all that shit, I put him in I guess I just started to think differently. I don't hate Donald Trump. I think that the shit that he say is different from the shit that he do. And I'm more of a doer. Like I watch what people do as opposed to what they say. Of course, people put him in power, so he got to appease those people. But what he actually does is he's the first president, really for real, that even made a switch in the power in the Black community. Because even though he knew people was going to take advantage of that money, he set the standards for the money, the way the money is to be put out. So downright, people they jumped on it. But no president before him has really, in my lifespan, since I've been with kids and able to give a fuck, because let's be clear, presidents before me, like I don't tell me about no Eisenhower, and I don't know them motherfucking niggas. What I know about them. Come on now. I'm talking about since I've been of age, raising my children, trying to make it, trying to figure shit out. The only other president, let's see. Who else? I don't know. What one of them might have put out more federal funding or some type of more food stamps, or that ain't helping nobody. Giving me more food stamps or more housing subsidy or some shit like that. That's not helping me. That's helping me become more complacent. I don't want to be complacent. I need to move. I'm a mover. I'm outside. I need to be able. So working for my money has never been a problem. That's never been a problem. So you might want to say, um, the Clintons. Somebody might say the Clintons because the Clintons did more as far as putting more money back into um like welfare and shit like that. But see, I'm the type of person that welfare is never enough money for me. That type of shit is never enough. It's never enough for me. So I need a motherfucker that's gonna put money into business and put money into where I can start up businesses and money into grants and money into loans and shit you don't got. That's the type of president I want. Hey, what's up? How you been doing? That's the type of president I want, and that's the type of president Trump is. Like he's not really about he's about helping people get up off their ass. So I don't know. They said back in the day when we first became free that black people were Republicans, and I can see why. Because a free slave is a mover. A free slave is a thinker. A free slave is going to take everything that they've learned on that fucking plantation, watch a master, and take that motherfucking shit and bring it into their own communities, their own, well-being and shit like that. They not sitting on their ass waiting for a handout. They building together. So I can understand why we were Republicans, because Republicans, even though that we need some new blood in Congress, because them old shits, they sit there and they down them benches and shit. If we can get some new Republican blood up in there, because racism, like, man, don't get me to talking about what I think about so much. Racism is more of a money grab, and it's the more of a control thing too. I think that I don't know. I meet so many white people that they are no longer here being held bound to that racism shit, because so many white people are not. Now I'm not gonna say they great great grandmothers and great great grandfathers and great 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 all that shit wasn't racist. But at a certain point you gotta hold your own self accountable. And at this point right here, a lot of people, like when COVID came and all that shit, it was a shift in even in racism, because you cannot keep the sun from shining. Like I didn't even have people come to me who didn't understand and wanted clarity and just have a conversation with me, because some people you cannot talk to about those type of things. But I am one that you can sit down and have a conversation with me about racism. And I'm gonna give you, because I don't think all white people bad. I just don't. Like, to think all white people bad is to think all black people bad. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's just dumb. I refuse to. That's stupid as fuck. So yeah, for as this Trump situation, I just wanted to get on here and talk a bit, because this breaking news, it just happened or whatever. And for real, if the man can still run to be president, he's still gonna get the ticket. He's gonna still get it, because it's the worst of the two evils. That's how he got out, and that's how he gonna get back in. It's a full circle moment. So if y'all know, I'm gonna look it up and see what is the, because if you look up what you need to be or what you need to have or what you cannot be or have to be the president of the United States, it really ain't a lot. It's really not a lot. Like, honestly, the president is put in that position, and we, the voting people, are just a small part of the process. We are the ending part of the process. So we make the final, but clearly not. Clearly not. That's another thing Trump showed us too. Yeah, all that shit could be manipulated. All of it can be manipulated. All of it. It can be manipulated. And he manipulated the fuck out of it. He said it in his when he was doing his debates or whatever. What he tell Hillary Clinton? He said some shit like, if I was able to manipulate the tax write-offs that I was supposed to get, these were laws that you put in place. I mean, that's all a really good lawyer does. A really good lawyer just takes the laws that are put in place based on and base them against actual events where things actually happen and the facts. So if there is any air of, anything, any little crevice, any little crack, any little thing that you could come in and debate that, you got to prove that. That's all Donald Trump do. And we give him the power to do it. Our judicial system sucks ass. It's fucked up. It's not fair to nobody. The laws have not been changed since laws were able to be made. Missouri is the worst at it. If you go down and you look in the book, the laws of the books of laws, these fucking laws have been in place since the turn of the fucking century, and we still living by them. But then people say, "Oh, I can't get nothing done." I wonder why. Nobody's changing the laws. The laws sit as they are, and they are as they will be until people come in, new blood. They give a fuck and change these laws. That's why when I see people, doctors, all black doctors, young female pilots, like young lawyers graduating from school, like it is so inspiring to me, because as long as they don't get caught up in the rigmarole and they stay focused, they will change things. And we as people might not have to be so snaky and scandalous to think that we have to snake each other out in order to be successful, instead of just working with each other, being real, keeping it real. Like, black people really do want to shine over other black people. Why? You want to just differentiate yourself over me to make yourself feel you're better than the next person. And why? We can all win. We can all win. You can win, I can win, you can win, he can win, they can win, everybody can fucking win. But we got this fucked up slave nigga mentality when we think that you gotta snake me to get where you going, just also I can say I did something that you didn't do yet. My vision, my mission is not yours, bro. You don't have to be against me. We can constantly work together to be a movement for the greater good as a whole. My thing can't be your thing. God put me here for a reason that is mine. So why can't we live like that? Slave nigga, house nigga, broke nigga. Like Jay-Z said, you still a nigga. Stop. You still being niggerish. How is it white people fault that we in our own community won't look out for each other? And when you do look out for me, you got to say, I looked out for you. You looked out for me. Why can't we just look out for each other and you not get over and I'm not get over, but we honestly and wholeheartedly push each other forward? Why do you have to be manipulative? Why does he have to be manipulative? Why does she have to be manipulative? When you win, we all win. When I win, we all win. Because we all fighting the same fucking fight. What is wrong with y'all people? Get it the fuck together, for real. We literally are our own worst enemies. It's not nobody else's fault. It ain't. So, what I'm saying is, if I had to vote, and this is my personal vote, and I will be voting because I vote at every election. If I had to vote, I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I know that motherfucker much. So I guess whoever else will be on the ticket, that's who I'm voting for. Because Biden is a fucking piece of shit. Let's see, who wouldn't I vote for? But they ain't on the ticket, so it don't even matter. It don't even matter. So breaking news, your boy Trump has been convicted of 34 counts of misleading and fraudulent. Let me see what the fuck he was actually convicted of. Let's see, what was the actual conviction of President Trump? Because he's still a president. He sat on the board. Shit. He was, what was he actually in the hush money trial? 34 counts in the hush money trial. So, what did they do to my sound on my laptop? These little babies. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, boy. That's your boy. That's my boy too. He's very entertaining, very funny man. So I don't know. I don't have nothing against them. Facts are facts. Bullshit is nothing, and that's the way it go. So I just want to get up on here and say that real quick. Enjoy our weekend. Today is Thursday, and tomorrow is this really the beginning of the weekend. So I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Trump, something else, man. Man, something else. I love y'all.